February 1986. Heavyweight boxing was a kingdom of slow, predictable giants. And in the midst of that calm, a storm was brewing in a gym in Catskill, New York. He was only 19 years old, a compact body standing just 5 feet 11 inches tall. But his record was a declaration of war: 16 fights, 16 knockouts. The world already called him Mike Tyson, but he was about to prove he was Iron Mike. His challenge was a wall of flesh and bone. Irish Michael Jameson, a man 6 feet 4 inches tall and weighing 236 pounds, 12 years older, a veteran known not for his victories, but for his unbreakable chin. The context of doubt: Jameson and his team mocked Tyson, calling him the daycare kid. The press doubted. What would happen when the young man hit a big man and he didn't fall? Tyson's answer was simple: if he doesn't fall, I'll dismantle him, punch by punch. This wasn't just Tyson's 17th fight. It was his rite of passage. The night when the future youngest world champion proved that relentless pressure and anatomy could defeat height and experience. One, the clash of dimensions, context, and expectations. February 1986. The fight took place in Bayonne, New Jersey. For Tyson's promoters, Jim Jacobs and Bill Caton, this bout was carefully chosen to silence the skeptics. The stats were fairly balanced, although the favorite of the night was Michael Jameson, as critics claimed that a fighter like him, if he could survive until the middle rounds, would have the upper hand. But everyone knew Tyson wouldn't be easy to handle, especially in the early rounds, where Iron Mike was famous for shining. Only one fighter had lasted until the 4th round in Tyson's recent fights, but that's a story for another video. Pre-fight tension. The main question for fans and analysts was, can Tyson maintain his power and speed into the later rounds? Jameson was supposed to be the test to find out, guaranteeing that the fight would go at least beyond the 4th round. Jameson's plan was simple: clinch, survive the early storm, and hope the kid would either get frustrated or run out of gas. 2. Round by round, fury versus desperation. Round 1. The Predator's statement. Tyson, the machine. Mike came in with calculated aggression. His goal wasn't the giant's head, it was his oxygen. He unleashed rapid 5 and 6 punch combinations, moving his head to slip shots and closing the distance with short uppercuts. Jameson, the wall. The Irishman, with his massive reach advantage, tried an ineffective jab. His only real defense was constant clinching. Every time Tyson landed a combination, Jameson would grab on to force a break. Key moment. In the final seconds, Tyson rocked Jameson with a powerful left hook. Jameson staggered, and only the bell, with its saving sound, prevented the knockdown. Tyson had already won the first psychological battle. Everyone watched in anticipation. It seemed the predictions had failed, and Jameson couldn't stop a hurricane like Tyson.
His next fight, February 16th against Carl the Truth Williams in Troy, New Children. He survived a round against Mike the Body.
That's a very good sign that this young fighter is learning what his trainers are telling him.
This is the first round. He's trying to finish off Mike Jameson. Figures to be the next heavyweight champion of the world.
Tyson.
Within 15 seconds of surviving the first round. Will he survive?
Round 2. The physical drain punishment to the midsection. Tyson focused his attack on the body and ribs. The journeyman relied on clinching, but even while being held, Tyson unleashed short hooks to the body that steadily drained his opponent's energy. Mike was pushing a man 20 pounds heavier all around the ring without any visible effort. This is where Iron Mike's experience shone through. He used every tiny opening to inflict damage and gain the upper hand. The injury. Tyson's precision became undeniable. Jameson began bleeding from a visible cut over his eye, likely opened by one of the hooks or uppercuts fired from the low angle of the peekaboo stance. Jameson's vision was compromised, and so was the fight itself, as unchecked bleeding could have forced a stoppage. The warning sign. Jameson's guard, weakened by punishment and fatigue, began to drop dangerously low.
Tyson is showing Tyson, showing me at
height. He's 5'11". Has the huge his opportunity to compete in the.
It's going to go in the eye and it's going to affect his vision.
As an amateur, he lost to 1984 Olympic gold in conditioning here. Tyson superbly conditioned.
Has suffered a cut over his left eye. He has a pretty bad cut.
Of course, we say Tyson has.
Round 3. Desperation and dirty tactics. The wear and tear. The pattern was set. Tyson closing the distance and throwing punches. Jameson clinching and surviving. The height difference was completely neutralized by Tyson's speed and mastery of angles. Joe Cortez's warning. Unable to stop Tyson's relentless advance, Jameson resorted to questionable tactics. Referee Joe Cortez issued a warning for a clear low blow. Jameson was desperately looking for a breather or a distraction, but all he managed to do was make Tyson even angrier. The endurance. Despite the pain, the bleeding, and the humiliation, Jameson stayed on his feet, fulfilling his promise to force Tyson to work beyond his usual limits. But he was still fighting dirty. It seemed he had realized the vast difference in skill between them and knew that fighting clean wouldn't end well for him.
Hand just landed there from Mike Tyson. Jameson grabbed him, held onto him, cleared his head a little bit.
Tyson very, very dedicated.
Taken one backward step in this fight. He has been continually pushing forward, pushing fight, setting the
round. Tyson as a pro has rarely seen the third round. Breaking up the fighters. And Tyson just keeps. Mike Jameson comes out swinging.
To say, no, he didn't hurt me, but 99% of the time it did hurt him.
The left, the right to the boxing folks here in New Jersey that would have to disappear, and it has. Of Mike Jameson, very evident here in the second round.
Taking him away, maneuvering him into positions where he wants him to be.
Round 4. The first knockdown. The hunt. Mike Tyson came out determined to finish the fight. The body punishment from the earlier rounds had slowed Jameson's movement. Tyson was also careful not to worsen the cut that could have forced the referee to stop the bout. The shot. Around the halfway point of the round, Tyson launched a devastating sequence. He feinted to mislead Jameson, then delivered a thunderous left uppercut that landed squarely under the giant's chin. Knockdown. Jameson crashed to the canvas heavily. The crowd erupted. It was the moment everyone had been waiting for. The miracle. Showing incredible toughness, Jameson somehow got back to his feet, staggering and visibly dazed. Tyson smelled blood and unleashed a relentless barrage of punches. Once again, the bell, for the second time in the fight, saved the Irishman from complete destruction.
Tyson's third pro fight. Now, Jameson trying to extend Tyson to the field. Don Halpin took Tyson into the fourth. And if there is a round 5, that'll be an extreme city. Ray Leonard, Ray Robinson, and Joe Louis trying to finish Mike Jameson.
I really don't know what's keeping Jameson on his feet. He's just one tough customer.
The last,
he gets a guy hurt, he knows how to get him out of there, and he's going about it the right way.
Here he comes, Tyson.
Mike Tyson landing
19, trying to extend his record to 17-0. Here he is again. The word explosive, really not enough to describe.
Round 5. The sentence. The inevitable end. Tyson didn't allow any recovery. He came out of his corner with renewed intensity, knowing Jameson was a victim ready for sacrifice. There hadn't been enough rest to recover from Mike's brutal combinations, and Jameson knew it. This was going to be a very long round for him. Or perhaps not. The outcome. A quick left-right combination to the body and head from Tyson sent Jameson back to the canvas. It was the coup de grace, the result of 4 rounds of accumulated punishment. The end. Jameson rose through sheer willpower, but his body and legs were completely spent. Referee Joe Cortez, seeing the giant's obvious inability to defend himself, stopped the fight at 2 minutes and 21 seconds of the 5th round.
Nationally televised and his greatest challenge to date. Nowhere to hide on the next Tyson Raw and Uncut.
Now face Carl the Truth Williams near your hometown, Troy, New York, on the 16th of February.
Fast flurries that you see in lower weight divisions, and that's what really took the toll.
Tyson on the...
Here we see it from another angle. Good left hook, backs him into the ropes. Jameson, at this point, Jameson, I think, had just about enough he wanted to do. You can see the referee, Joey...
His previous 10 fights, he had knocked Mike Jameson of Cupertino, California, down in...
Randall Tex Cobb, Michael Dokes. Recently just fought Michael Dokes and went 10 rounds. Anything away from somebody that originated something.
What's new about
Thank you very much.
Mike Tyson? Will he have in the future and really have some challenges? Only time will tell.
Tyson's.
He can give you more information on that than I could.
So you're 17-0. Marciano started his illustrious career going. The winner tonight in Atlantic City in the 5th round, Mike Tyson. You finally got stretched to the 5th round.
3. The legacy. Beyond the KO. Mike Tyson had extended his record to 17-0 with 17 KOs. But more importantly, he proved that he could stop a durable opponent in the 5th round. Or at least that he could dominate a fight where seasoned critics didn't see him as the favorite, whether due to a supposed weakness in his style or facing a rival with seemingly better stats. The lesson: the fight forced Tyson to use his tactical intelligence, to fight under pressure, and to test his own mental endurance when his punches didn't work right away. Tyson wouldn't always have the edge in power and strength, meaning he'd have to rely on other tactics to win. What a beating. Though Tyson emerged victorious, many critics held on to their theory that if the fight had gone a few more rounds, it would have been disastrous for Iron Mike, but it never happened, so we'll never know for sure. In his youth, Mike Tyson was an incredible fighter who forced opponents to play his game. Jameson, the unsung hero. Michael Jameson left the ring with one distinction. He was the first man to survive the first 4 rounds against the young Tyson, a feat that would soon become nearly impossible. The rise. This victory set Tyson on an unstoppable trajectory. 9 months later, the world would watch Tyson dethrone Trevor Berbick to become, at just 20 years old, the youngest heavyweight champion in history, cementing the reign of Iron Mike. Want to see more Mike Tyson content? Remember, you can find it on our channel, and support us with a like and a subscription so we can bring you more videos like this one.